All right, ladies and dudes, I'm going to talk to you about something I'm sure all of you with Parkinson's are very familiar with, but this one's kind of directed at the healthy people in our lives, or at least the people that don't have Parkinson's. Stay tuned and find out what it is. What's up, YouTube? It's this guy, Jeremy McDonald. Let me hear you say it. One of your very favorite people with Parkinson's. Of course, it's Jeremy, also known as J-Mac, Jeremy Mac. Let's do this thing. If you would like to email me, Jaymacpodcaster, Jaymacpodcaster, gmail.com. I'm on Instagram at Jeremy Mac, the number 76. I don't know why I said that slow. And you can check out my Patreon page, patreon.com / Parkinson's with Jeremy Mac. This week, there's a free post. It's a love song I wrote to my lady friend Naomi years ago, 2002, and I re-recorded it a few years ago with the help of my good friend Joel and Sam. Like I said, free. Just go and check it out. You can subscribe if you want to. You can just, it's free. This post is free. If you want to support this channel and what I do, then just feel free to sign up. If not, all are welcome here. All right, I'm going to talk to you about something that, of course, like I said, everybody with Parkinson's understands: the inability to completely relax. Now, I'm not talking just about our mind. Of course, us with Parkinson's, some of us have internal tremors, which makes it very difficult to concentrate. By the way, I've been getting notes about these little flares. Those aren't spirits. It's dust. It's a dusty basement, and apparently this camera's so good it picks it up. So, no, as far as I know, there are no ghosts down here. But yeah, mentally relaxing is tough enough. But let me just explain to you what a typical morning is like for me. I get up, shaking. Now, when I shake, it's like it's tension and a tremor. So it's like my hand is literally tense as hell, and it just shakes. Now imagine shaking this hand all day long. You can do it for a little bit, kind of, like the more you do it, the more sore your arm gets. Now I'm making a tremor. I don't have it. I'm on my medication at the moment. So I got that. My legs and my arms and my back are just rigid. So that's what it's like to wake up in the morning with Parkinson's, at least for me. Some people's feet twist around, some people's necks twist around. It's a barrel full of monkeys, let me just tell you. So that's my off state. Completely tense. Like people, before I was diagnosed, people said, you look like you got a stick up your butt. I'm like, well, maybe I do. No, I don't. Seriously, I don't. But yeah, so why you gotta stick up your butt? Or why is your neck? Why aren't you moving your neck? It's like just tense all the time. Now let me explain to you what happens when I take my pills. This is where it gets really fun and unpredictable. When I take my pills, after about 30-40 minutes, my whole body goes rigid. When the pills start to kick in, my whole body goes rigid. Like all my muscles flex at the same time. Sometimes violently so. Sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes you can tell, and it's disturbing for people that don't know what's going on. I've had people get really concerned about me, like it's like a seizure, like my whole body just twists and turns. Okay, then I get about 10 to 15 minutes of feeling relatively normal, which is usually when I film these videos. Then what begins to happen is what happens to a lot of people that have been on these Parkinson's meds for a long time. You start to get dyskinesia, or uncontrolled movement. Some people describe them as uncoordinated dancing. I think of Elaine in Seinfeld. I'd throw up a picture, but just Google Elaine dance Seinfeld. That's what my walk looks like. The thing is, like in Seinfeld, everybody's laughing, because she's trying to dance. That's me trying to walk. So there's a lot of tension involved in that, trying to make my foot or my leg or my arm go where I need it to go, which, as you can imagine, as a musician, is really, really tricky. It gives me a very small window of time. Teeny weeny window of time. Teeny weeny window of time to be able to do things, as well as walk and cook and things like that. Okay, then the other side of dyskinesia is sometimes you'll be trying to sit still, and for me it's my feet and my legs, which is why I generally sit cross-legged so I can kind of control the tremors. Or not the tremors, the spasms. So just imagine your leg muscle or your foot doing this, and you can't stop it. And then your leg goes like this, and you can't stop it. So there's times when there's literally every muscle in my body is tense or moving, and it's, I gotta tell you, it's those moments where I just go, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get through this shit? Yeah, those are those, and that's my poison. I've got to pick being stiff and have my arms shake, which eventually gives me a lot of tension in my shoulder, or have my feet go. I'm sitting on them. Yeah, in fact, it actually can deform my feet or give me calluses in weird places when you sit on your feet or legs to try to control your spasms. Here's the thing: it doesn't really control them. It just makes the tension go further up the leg, which. Yeah, and then your feet fall asleep, your feet and legs fall asleep. So yeah, that's what it's like in a day in the life of a Parkinson's patient, at least for me. It's constant, your body is constantly writhing or moving or shaking in some way. And when I was first diagnosed, I would take my pills and I would get, an hour, 2, 3 of relative comfort. But now it's just, it's like, it's either all on or all off usually. And that's why I film my videos in the morning, so I'm less twitchy and more, and less pain. Because let me tell you, it's hard to do anything and enjoy anything when you're in pain. I think it's probably the most underreported thing in Parkinson's is pain, and I get that from a lot of people. So why don't you send me an email or leave me a comment? Does the constant moving or twisting or jerking or shaking, does it drive you crazy? Because there's part of me that feels like I've gotten used to it, but then I realize I haven't, because when I have a moment where I feel good, it's like, damn it, I wish it could be like this all the time. But it could be worse. I try to always end on a good note. Last week was a little heavy with my job, quitting my job and feeling all the shame for that. By the way, thanks. I got a lot of good comments, a lot of good encouragement, And here's another weird thing. Speaking to my video last week, which go ahead and check that one out. It's called Things I Regret the Most. I actually spoke and messaged a few guys, and they that I used to work with, and they all had kind of similar feelings, even though they didn't leave because they were sick. The warehouse just kind of disintegrated into nothing. With a lot of jobs got eliminated, and now a lot of people have lost their identity or lost that feeling of being part of a group. So apparently it wasn't just me. So that actually, I had a couple people reach out and say, you said exactly what I was thinking, and you said it way better than I could, which I take as a compliment, because I think I just run my mouth a lot of times, and when somebody says, wow, what you said actually meant something, I take it to heart, and I don't take it lightly. All right. By the way, the studio's a little messy because I'm in the middle of recording. I've got several different projects going on. I have a podcast edit. You said what? WHAAA ? Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. And I'm working on some special music. And like I said, go over to Patreon, patreon.com/Parkinson's with Jeremy Mack. It's free. You don't have to sign up if you don't want to. There's a song over there called Me and My Girl, which I wrote for my lovely wife, Naomi, in 2002. 9/11 was still fresh in my mind, and there's a particular lyric in that song that reflects that. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Till next time, peace and love from my bunker in some undisclosed location underneath the city of St. Louis.